Hello everyone, this is Lenny from Code with Lenny Len, and in this fourth tutorial I'll show you and how we can start making our events. So as I said, the events are things like keyboard presses, mouse movements, mouse clicks, things that are used to interact between the game and the user who is playing the game. So let's get started. And as you might have noticed, I said it's an event loop. So we have the game loop, which is our main loop that's going to run all this, and again we have our event loop. So just from the name you know it's already a loop, but this time not a while loop, it's going to be a for loop, and I'll just explain why. So we call it a for loop. It's an event loop but a for loop actually, not a while loop as compared to the game loop. That's too many loops. I'm even confusing myself, but it's a for loop because we need to iterate through every single key press. It's not like while loop, we just checks everything. It just checks everything as a whole. For the for loop, it checks everything individually. Is it am I the user pressing maybe key D or up arrow key, the return key, shift key, backspace? It's going to iterate through every single event that's happening, and you're going to do the actions accordingly. So to start with, let's start with a simple for loop for event. We're going to call it event so that it's easy to remember. And to get the events, you just say pygame.event.get, and it's a function, so this should return all the events and we can start using them. So we start using ifs again to filter our events and check the only events that we need in this game. Maybe will be up arrow, down arrow key, and maybe if we decide to advance, but that's to your side, you can add things like key M for music or something. I'll still show you how to add music to games maybe in the second video tutorial, but for this one I'll keep it as simple as possible so that everyone can get it. So if event dot type, so this checks that if the event type is, and instead of writing is, I just put double equal for comparison. So if the event type is pygame dot quit, I don't know whether it's all caps, quit, then what do you want to do? You want to quit. Well, to quit out of pygame, you just don't write quit. Quit will quit out of the Python interpreter or something, but in pygame when you want to quit you say pygame.quit, and what this does is that it will uninitialize everything that we initialized earlier. You remember when we start the game we import pygame, then we say pygame.init to initialize. So when you say pygame.quit, it will uninitialize everything. So it will like undo all the importing, all the initializing stuff, and it's going to quit cleanly. That's what I say. It's a nice way to quit other than just writing quit and you're like force closing it or something of the sort. So these events are not going to be able to be done without me showing you a basic tutorial of events. So that was a quick look through at what we're going to be doing at events. So I just press Alt 3 to block comments, that is if you're using Py and the idle interpreter that is in Python. If you're using other things like Notepad++ or something of the sort, you'll find your way out. Otherwise, for event in pygame.event.get, I want you to see all these events, so we're going to say print event. So we want to see all these events. What do they mean? What are these events that I keep talking about? So in Python 3 you'll have to put like brackets around event, but in Python 2 you don't have to, and that's why I love Python 2. So let's save and run. So as well in idle, Control S to save and F5 to run, and everything should run. And for now our pygame window is running. For some reason I don't have the pygame icon up here. I don't know why. Mine disappeared from, but as you can see I still have it in the display down here. I don't know just why it's not here. Otherwise, for the events, this is what I mean. You see, right now I'm moving my mouse and you can see the event that's being printed out is event for mouse motion, and this mouse motion is going to say the buttons, whether I'm pressing them or not, and the position, that's the X position and the Y position. Well, for the buttons, as you can see, I have 000. That means left click, middle mouse click, and the right click. So if I press maybe the left click, you can see button 1. And so what this button 1 means is the left click, on the right click, the right click is button 3. The middle mouse click is button 2, but unfortunately I don't have a mouse right now, so I don't have a middle mouse button. But you can see you have the mouse motion, the mouse clicks, and if we press on keys, you can see an event called key up, key down. This is event 2, event 3. We have key up means I have released the key, and key down means I am pressing the key. So if I was like to press key H, that will be key down. When I release it, that will be key up. So that's what it means. And you can see there are things like the scan code, which is the key that's allocated, that's 103, the Unicode, and this is the letter, the key that I'm pressing, this is key G. If we move up, we can say key H that I pressed earlier. But these are all the events that I'm talking about, and these are what we're going to be using. Earlier I stated if event.type is pygame.quit, then I wanted us to quit. So this quit is also an event, this pygame.quit. So let me show you. If I press this X up here, you can see it's recorded as quit, event 12, quit. In our program we could put it as all caps, but you can see the quit event also exists, and without using this quit event, the player can press this X as many times as he wants. He can want to close the game by pressing it as many times as he wants, but it just won't respond because we're not doing anything with the quit event. So that's what the quit event does. And if we head back to our game, let me just quit out of this. Yes. If we head back to our game and uncomment this out, in idle, uncommenting is Alt 4, that's block uncomment, and to comment blocks, you just say Alt 3. So right now we have an event type. If event.type is pygame.quit, then what do we want to do? We want to pygame.quit to uninitialize everything, then quit to actually quit out of the Python interpreter. So let's do that. So I'll save, Ctrl S, and then F5 to run, or you can just come here, press run and run. So it starts, and here we are. So we have our window, it's black, that's the default color of Pygame, but we defined our colors and I'll show you how to use these colors. Otherwise, as you can see, there's key presses, there's mouse presses, mouse motion, and right now we filtered our quit event, so let's see whether it works. Close, and as you can see, it has closed out. In real life it won't ask you, are you sure you want to quit? That's just because they're in they're idle. But if you quit, that is when you're playing a game, it should automatically quit just as it has done, and that shows us that we are filtering events and everything is working out well. So as you saw, there are many types of events. There's a quit event, there's a key up event, key down, there's a mouse motion, mouse position, mouse clicks. So I'll show you how you're all going to use all these we're going to use all these events and maybe add on to things like music or something, but that's for the future. As for now, keep up and stay tuned for the next tutorials, which will continue building our game and maybe set everything up for us to start playing. As always, thanks for watching.